All right, it is time to review WWE Smackdown from this will be the June 27th, 2017 show. After being pretty happy with Raw, this was a letdown. Would you not agree?
It definitely wasn't as good as Raw, which is weird. Wasn't this like the third week in a row that that's the case?
I think only the second week in a row.
Yeah, it's one
I
week
gave
that they were both pretty darn good.
I gave SmackDown the nod. I believe 2 weeks ago as the better show.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it's not a great time, and largely just the writing on this particular episode was not good.
Yeah, a lot of it didn't make a whole lot of sense. The one thing I could point to is the continued. Well, there's two things that's continuing and continuing and continuing. That's the pointless New Day versus the pointless Usos, and pointless Jinder Mahal versus pointless Handy Boarding.
The New Day Usos thing has more of a point to it. You have a level of prestige to that particular feud, and the fact that it hasn't been killed absolutely dead, whereas the Jinder feud with Randy Orton is absolutely so dead that they cannot give me a reason to care about it. They just can't.
Yeah,
And what I mean is, it goes beyond the fact that I don't care about both parties. Like, I don't overly care about New Day versus Usos, but I understand that there are people who have an intrinsic like towards the New Day and the Usos, and thus they will care. But I don't see how anyone can give a crap about the Orton versus Jinder stuff.
Yeah, I'm somewhat intrigued to see if now I did not watch the original Punjabi prison match. Spoiler alert: there's going to be a Punjabi prison match. I'm pretty sure everybody who is going to listen to this already knows that shit. But I've never watched the original because I've heard that it is the garbage.
It is bad. It's very bad.
Wasn't it you the other day that said that they made a match for Kali and then found out he couldn't even work that match?
Yeah.
Yeah, so awesome. I'm vaguely intrigued to see if what this match is. It's a double cage, double escape, right?
That's basically the gist of it, yeah.
Cool. I don't care about really escapes. I would prefer what's that, the asylum match where they put the bird cage inside the ropes and you have to fight it out inside a cage and the ref
yeah. That's a good idea.
I want those kind of things. That's what I'm talking about. Or just like a mini Hell in the Cell that fits exactly around the ring.
All right.
But yeah, I'm intrigued for that. But maybe not.
I am less intrigued about it. But all right, let's go through this shit though. We open up with Daniel Bryan starting us off. I noted here, hot crowd, and the downside of that is that might convince them to do more authority starts, and I don't want that. I really don't want that. So
starting any wrestling show off with a talking segment is automatic failure.
Yeah, unless you have like a really hot angle. Like this one worked because of how over Daniel Bryan is.
Mm-hmm.
But do not convince the fact that fans were cheering for a talking segment to make talking segments a good idea. It's putting Daniel Bryan on the mic that is a good idea.
Indeed.
Carmella and Ellsworth came out to plead their case, which I've never heard heels make as much logical sense as these two do, actually, because they are entirely correct. There are no rules. They did not break a rule. Seriously, they need to make this work as a storyline. Now, to be clear, this works because the fans hated the ending of the first Money in the Bank, which they should have known, etc. So in that regard, it makes sense. But logically, this story makes no sense. Why was she stripped of the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Because cheating.
There's no cheating in a Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, well, the basic premise of why she was stripped is because a non-participant was the one that claimed the rewards. It's
pretty flimsy. Very flimsy.
To me, if it's a no DQ match and you can't DQ people, the only way around it is that a non-participant participated, not interfered. This was not interference, not only interference. Mm-hmm. A non-participant won the match. A non-participant does not participate. You cannot win the match. So therefore, the match good as didn't happen.
It's still flimsy shit.
It's pretty solid from where I'm standing. But there's no reason that it should have happened in the fucking first place, you goddamn retard.
I do have to ask, is Ellsworth supposed to be literally retarded?
Yes.
Because you're trying to convince Daniel Bryan to give you back the briefcase, and your way of doing this is to say that he has no testicles.
Yeah.
That he has faked an injury and can't pack it in the ring.
Yeah.
This is a terrible promo.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan says he should fire Ellsworth, but instead he's, he's going to be banned from the arena. And Carmella begs this not to be the case, but the security ejects her anyways, and Daniel wishes her.
Yep.
Then we go into the Hype Bros versus the Usos. Most of this match was a commercial.
Yep. I anticipated that they would go to commercial, then brain not working, names escaping me. Zack Ryder was going to do his heel turn, and then we'd come back from commercial, nothing would make sense, and I would be still scratching my head going, is Russo's kid booking this again? But they didn't do that. They just kind of didn't have... They might as well just not have had a match. Like, the match didn't happen.
Yeah, I basically put down here, Usos win with a big splash in what is, at best, a serviceable match. At absolute best.
Yeah, and the highlight, again, of the match is Mojo doing Mojo. Mojo's really getting into what the meat of his character is or could be, and I'm enjoying watching Mojo kind of evolve. He's kind of still doing the same little shtick he was doing like a week ago and 2 weeks ago, but it's becoming more of a thing. It's becoming more of a trademark. I'm enjoying Mojo, which I'm sure that's how they're gonna turn Zack Ryder heel, because Mojo's over as fuck. Mojo was more over in that match than all 3 other participants combined, including the ref.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to more Mojo. He's very sympathetic. He really, I don't know if he knows how to work a crowd yet, but he's getting there. And I really enjoy the whole he ain't hype. Take like a big. Here's a fantasy booking right now. I want a Big Show versus Mojo match, which I'm pretty sure they've already done. Do I remember that incorrectly?
I'm not recalling it, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
At this point, I assume Big Show is feuded with almost everyone on the roster.
Yeah. I want a Big Show Mojo match where Big Show gives him the giant frying pan chop to the chest, and just like, the one that could cave in a buffalo skull.
Yeah.
And I want Mojo to hit the deck, and then, you have Big Show kind of wander around the ring and kind of, what did he expect? I mean, he, that kind of like just kind of work the crowd a little bit, and then Mojo gets up to his feet, and you can just hear him go, he ain't hype. He ain't hype. And he just kind of like hulks up, and then Show gives him another one, and he kind of goes down to one knee, and you're like, you ain't hype, and just like goes nuts.
He hypes up.
That would be my business right there. I would be in favor of these things.
I'd be fine with it. I'm not really sure where I want Mojo to go long term.
I don't know. He's fun to watch. I don't know if there's a reason to ever put a world title on him, but he may be over to the point where...
Whoa, sir. Jinder has a title belt. That's all that has to be said.
Still trying to book from a logical standpoint here. I mean, he may just get over. Like, he might just get Mick Foley over. He's not as good in the ring or good a talker as Mick Foley, but he's sympathetic like Mick Foley, and so people might just, he and Zack Ryder have that in common. So who knows? People just love Mojo, myself included.
Fair enough. Then we move on to the Fashion Vice segment, which was... Oh, wait, we just skipped over the New Day coming out.
Oh, well.
New Day came out, staked their claim to a title match. Usos made it seem like they weren't going to give it to them, and then they accepted it. And moving on. Less said about that, the better.
Some horrible fake battle rapping.
Yeah.
And they announced that next week they're going to have a wrap-off, because that sucked so much. Why don't we do it again?
Yeah. maybe there's someone enjoying this, but it's just not me. Fashion Vice. They have the Ascension in interrogation and want to do good cop, bad cop, and they wind up doing good cop, good cop.
That was great. They didn't do good cop, good cop. They did good. What did Bree say? Good cop, best cop, or
No. Dango says, I think we just both did good cop, and Breeze's response was, no, we're great cops.
Yeah, there you go. The Ascension's logic is like, we weren't really the guys that attacked you. We just really wanted a match. And that's pretty solid booking right there. That's total logic. And then Dango, at one point Dango offered him some Eddie Money tickets, which is Danger Zone? Oh, no, that's Kenny Loggins. And what did the guys? No, we only listen to grindcore.
Grindcore and thrash metal.
Yeah, and the guy's like, oh, right. And then later on, when shenanigans goes down, they kind of look around and each grab a ticket, and they're like, yes.
Hey, free tickets is free tickets.
Exactly. Feels like you guys look a little hot, look a little sweaty. Use a little beverage, maybe a cheese tray. Prefer a cheese tray. These guys are great. And I have a gimmick, I have an angle, another fantasy booking for you, which I mentioned the other day, and that's Detective Dango and Sergeant Breeze need Deputy
Dillinger.
Deputy Dillinger. There you go. And you got the Perfect 10, Prince Pretty, and Fandango. It would be the business. He's got an 80s haircut anyway. Just do it.
I'd be down with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's I kind of thought of more like singles glory for Dillinger, but at the same time I know it's not going to happen. So
whatever. Hey, listen, singles stuff didn't work out for Jatinder Mahal until he was part of the 3-man band, and now look at how many champions are in that rat race.
Can we never talk about the 3-man band again?
Nope.
That would help me out a lot.
3-man band is actually Illuminati. You just don't understand. Hey, you got the future NXT champion, you got former tag champion, you got current WWE champion. I don't know what you want me to say. Illuminati, confirmed.
I suppose. Then we move on to the most pointless match of the show. Naomi defending her title against Lana.
Yeah.
This sucked.
Yep. This begins the train of Vince hates women for the night. We're like, what, 2 moves in the match, including some stomping and stuff like that?
Well, if we're counting the stomping, maybe we can get up to maybe a half dozen.
There you go. So this was I thought they were actually, for a second there, I bought in. I'm like, are they really going to have Lana just squash her with this, like, the ever-varying, like, this one was, what was this one? This was a hammerlock exploder spinebuster or spinebuster bomb or something like that. And
pretty much, yeah.
Kicked out and then hit her with some move or other, and then she got the win.
Split leg moonsault.
Yeah, which she doesn't do anywhere near as good as Rob Van Dam.
Well, no one does, so.
Because Rob Van Dam is the best.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with Rob Van Dam as a worker. There's some sloppiness. There's the fact that he does injure his teammates or his partners a lot. But yeah, the man did a split leg moonsault like no one else, and Naomi's is fine. It's just, again, she's not really great in the ring, and her entrance, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be great, but she just looks spastic as fuck.
She only has the one little what she puts one foot down and does a little pivot, and then walks for a while, and then puts the foot down and pivot. Are you saying she's a professional dancer?
Apparently she was. That was her profession before becoming a wrestler.
No wonder she had to get into another line of work.
Yeah, not really anything else to say. This feud better be over. I guess I'll finish it up with that.
Yeah, I don't No, this is far from over, sir. Far from over.
Oh, God.
No reason to have Lana ask for any more matches, and therefore there will be at least 7. This is going to go through SummerSlam. This might go through next SummerSlam. This angle right here. Yeah. My only bit of criticism, other than the completely brutally obvious, is that, come on, she's doing the titty shake every single time she comes down to the ring, and no cameraman's caught it yet. What the hell's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be sexist, but she's fucking sexy, and she's waving her tits around, and I want to see it. I want a better look.
Then we had a Becky backstage promo. They'd gone through showing, by the end of the night, all of the Money in the Bank contestants backstage. Becky actually got a little bit of mic time, whereas the other ones all just got kind of like, Tamina is big and powerful, and Natty's got pedigree, and Becky got to actually say something. Nothing spectacular here. Perfectly acceptable, but nothing that'll get you going. Then we had Aiden English singing in the ring, and my immediate thought is, do both shows need this kind of gimmick?
Yeah, I had the same thought.
Yeah.
This needs to be a backstage thing that somebody interrupts, and then that can cause a match. Nobody needs to be in the ring just not having a match, and then not having a match. Like, he didn't... I expected it after this shenanigans, because Randy Orton comes down, chases him the fuck out the ring, and then Shane comes down, and yada, 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 and then later Jatinder comes down, and spoiler alert, they announced they're going to have a Punjabi prison pound me in the ass match. I expected Aiden English to do something. Like, he's an egotist. That's part of his character. He would totally try and sneak attack Randy Orton and think he can get away with it. Where the fuck was he in this one?
Yeah. The highlight, the logic of this makes no sense, because just 2 weeks ago, Randy Orton was doing this kind of talking about the legends, basically, his dad and etc., about doing things the right way and respect and everything. And now he is a petulant toddler.
Well, he's always been that.
I'm not leaving this ring until I get what I want. Also, can he stop looking constipated for like 3 seconds, please?
No,
Christ.
That's a lifelong thing for him.
It's called take a shit, Randy. Take a shit. The only highlight of this was Shane McMahon basically pointing out that Randy's an idiot and saying, you're talking about how disrespectful it is to attack your father and so on. Well, Randy, I mean, you did kick me in the head, basically, and put me out for a long time. And you kicked my dad in the head and put him out for a long time. And this is really you just getting your own medicine, but whatever. Honestly, I would have preferred if Shane denied him the match. That's not even like I don't want to see the match, but like it would have given something for this storyline to do. Instead, he just got a match, and Jinder got to name the stipulation, which, by the way, time warp for a second here. When Jinder Mahal came into the WWE, he was supposed to be Great Khali's brother-in-law, and they were supposed to hate each other. So why the hell is he talking about Great Khali in like these glowing, praising terms?
My personal hero, the Great Khali. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah. Oh man.
My personal hero, Bastion Booger.
Kinda. Well, I mean, at least Khali won a title.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Choose to deny that because of personal reasons. Not
yeah.
racial, though.
Everything about this segment and this feud makes me want to take a dump and throw it at the TV.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moving on, we have AJ Daniels, Bryan Danielson. I swear I'm going to just call him Bryan Danielson.
I'm fine with it. That's no reason not to.
And Kevin Owens backstage. This did nothing for me because they're trying to make it out like Owens doesn't understand what an open challenge is to a degree. But it really just makes AJ look dumb because Owens did state this was a hometown challenge. Like, he didn't give you the match, not because you challenged him, but because you're not from Ohio. Anyways, we're getting a Battle Royale, Independence Day Battle Royale for number one contender for the U.S. title. There's your answer.
I'm not sure why, but okay.
I mean, it's as good a way as any to bring out a number one contender. But it goes back to this whole thing where we're not really establishing contenders the traditional way. We're doing like 6-pack challenges, battle royales, gauntlet matches.
Hold a tournament, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer that.
Hold a tournament over the next, when's SummerSlam's on August 20th? I think I looked this up the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So
something like that.
You've got a month and a half, a little over a month and a half.
8-man tournament, boom.
Bing, bang, boom. You got something I can tune into every week to find out who's going to win.
Yep. Then we had the Kanellis getting promo time, which was broken up by Sami Zayn.
Which I thought was hilarious. Like, he sold the motherfucker out of it.
He did. Sami Zayn made this good, but everything else is not really good.
I mean, at least we know where his feud's going after, now that spoiler alert, after his match there with Baron Corbin, he did not win. So we know where his feud's going now.
Yeah, he faced off with Baron Corbin. Nothing we haven't seen here before.
No, it was good. I thought this was probably, up to this point, it was definitely match of the night.
It's the same much.
So, yeah. It was, I think Baron Corbin's actually learned a lot and come a long way working with Sami. And it's really paid off, but now that he's not feuding, he can't be feuding with Sami. They can't keep doing it. They can't keep getting away.
At some point, it needs to end, yeah.
Somebody's feud has to end at some point. When somebody loses enough, Sami's actually, this is the first time he's lost to Baron Corbin, and hopefully they readdress that down the road when Baron Corbin wins a championship before Sami Zayn does. Fucking idiots. And then Sami Zayn, the way I would do it is, if they're going to have Baron Corbin be Money in the Bank man and win the title, then, a little ways down the line, you put Sami on a hot streak, and he challenges Corbin for the title, and now you've got an actual match that people will care about.
Yep.
And they've done a really good job. This was a very good match. Well, I wouldn't say very good. This was a pretty good match.
This was a good match, yeah.
For the limited amount of time they let him work, and the fact that I've seen this match now at least 10 times they've done this match, and I'm not bored with it. So this is one of the very few times you could let these guys wrestle for forever, and I'm fine with it because I can keep watching this shit.
Yep. The only other two things I'm going to note here is they had a commercial break during this match, and they had a ticker tape with tweets about the Punjabi prison match, which seemed fake as hell to me. I just can't believe people are that excited about the Punjabi prison match. I'm just sorry. We get a Nakamura backstage promo. He says that Baron Corbin is dangerous, but he is motivated by fear. And that fear is of what I can do. So,
indeed.
Hopefully we get some Nakamura versus Baron Corbin action.
Yeah. The other way you can book this is you give Baron Corbin some shine with a briefcase, and then you have Nakamura challenge him for a match for the briefcase and take it off him, and then you get what everybody actually wants, and that's see Nakamura with the title as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people actually, I know Vince is listening to this right now because he delves deep into the internet because he's such a techno guy, and so just to let you know, Vince, that's what people really want. That's what they would like.
Then we had the women's Money in the Bank ladder match 2.0.
Yeah, this one, you said it earlier, this one was not as good as the pay-per-view, and the finish was even worse.
Yeah, because they basically did they did the finish again, just with like Ellsworth getting caught up on the ropes and getting his balls beat up. But
yeah,
like the thing with this is that it shows that they really only did this again because fans hated the ending, and for some reason they didn't understand that they would hate the ending to the.
Because and Vince thinks it's funny, so they just fuck them. Let's do exactly the same
because
thing.
They put the briefcase right back on Carmella.
Yep.
Which is, again, fine. Like I said, I expected Carmella to win the first time because they want a heel to have the briefcase, and they don't. For some reason, they don't understand that Natty Neidhart is worth more money than Carmella. Don't understand why.
Yeah. Everybody in that match is worth more money than Carmella.
Yeah, she is really the bottom of the barrel on that one.
I mean, do you really expect? And again, they have to give her the title now that she's got the briefcase. They have to, otherwise the briefcase is useless. And
mind you, I'm fine with that as a transitional thing. Get the belt off of Naomi so Becky or Charlotte can beat Carmella to get it.
fair enough, but I'm supposed to believe that Carmella can challenge anybody on the roster for any reason. She couldn't even challenge Ellsworth in a match. I wouldn't buy Carmella challenging. I think a referee would, like, if we're talking like a shoot fight. There's nobody she's gonna win a fight against. How the hell am I supposed to believe that she can even wrestle a match against anybody on the roster?
I agree with that, but we've done that. Welcome to WWE's women's division forever. Like we've had champions that don't believe in remotely can fight.
Yeah, I don't believe that Carmella could beat or should be able to beat kayfabe Lana in a wrestling match. I don't believe that. Not after what I've seen. I don't think she could take Zach Gowen if Zach Gowen didn't have either leg.
Zach Gowen's one of the biggest badasses on the planet with one leg, my friend.
Correct. He's only got one leg.
He does only have one leg. Let's get some. I'll get some positives to this match. Tamina was looking a lot more comfortable in this match than she has in the past, so that's good. She's found herself a little bit at home. Other than that, I don't really have anything. Like there were some kind of cool spots here, but there were some also really terrible spots. Like the Tamina trapped under the ladder spot for me was like the worst one because it's like, how is she pinned by the ladder? Like the announcers are like,
knocked out.
She wasn't knocked out. She was moving. So
okay, well that's on her then. Because Charlotte sold it pretty well that she had smashed the crap out of her, and I saw Tamina lying unconscious as she was climbing the ladder, and then I stopped paying attention to her.
No, like I get that, but it's like she's not trapped under there. She's unconscious. If the ladder was there or not, she wouldn't be doing anything.
Yeah.
And then she tips it, and they're like, "Oh, a big show of strike from Tamina." I'm like, those ladders are not that heavy.
No.
That's a standard spot in every men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Do not make it a big deal in the women's match because it devalues the match.
Yeah, I would say that this match was really good. It started off a little wonky, but I would say 3/4 of this match was excellent. But it's really brought down by the fact that the beginning wasn't fantastic and the finish was garbage. So if you're not beginning well and you're not ending well, then the rest is kind of cool, but why should I care?
I think that's even giving it too much credit. I felt that a lot of the like ladder based spots were just not very good in this one, and at Money in the Bank they actually were. So
yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I would not disagree. But for a televised ladder match, they gave it longer than 5 fucking minutes. So I mean, that's a step in the right direction.
Gave it 20 plus.
Yeah. So they did give them time to work. It was, while not as flashy as a Money in the Bank ladder match should be, and having the participants win the match is always good. Yeah. I thought, like I said, I thought it was really good, but it could have been excellent.
The actual like wrestling in it was actually quite good. I was really enjoying the woman on woman interaction. It's just when they brought the ladder into it, it just quite often awkward. They were trying to go. Yeah. It was like they were trying to go for like kind of new ideas with like climbing the ladder onto the ladder, climbing the ladder that's not actually set up, that kind of thing, and it didn't come off well.
Actually, I liked the climbing the ladder onto the ladder part because she didn't.
That one was fine.
Charlotte did not hesitate. She clacked the ladder down, kind of gave it a shove, and like, I'm going. And she didn't hesitate. I mean, that thing could have slid out from under her, and it could have been all really wrong. But
yeah, I like that one, but I didn't really like Becky climbing the unset up ladder. Well, I want to say it was Charlotte and Tamina were holding it because it's like,
oh yeah,
they can just throw you back.
Oh yeah, well I mean, sell it in one of two ways: either just flip the ladder back and crush her, or both of you start like protesting loudly and then reach up and try and get her, or something like. But they both, all three of them, just stood there going, "Oh my god, this spot kind of worked. Oh my god,
Yeah.
Wait, people are watching.
Yeah, it wasn't not great.
No, that was weird. But yeah, what did it? I mean, what do they do? Like, do they have a third match because Ellsworth, or do they just let the weakest person on the entire roster
They let
show have it? Or?
They let the weakest person on the roster have it, because what justification do you have? Because like Ellsworth didn't even help her get it this time.
Yeah,
they totally did the spot where Ellsworth climbed the ladder again, but you know Becky did stop him, and then when she did win, it was because she took a chair to Becky.
Yeah, I mean, there's. I'm not arguing one way or the other. I'm just wondering to myself, like, what do they do now? Do they just literally have the worst wrestler on their entire roster for any show have this briefcase? That's your plan?
That's the plan.
Okay.
So yeah,
there's no heat on her. There's about as much heat as
there's heat on her. It's just it's not the good heat. It's the heat of we hate this angle.
Yeah.
Like and this is the problem, is that WWE has long since really stopped trying to tell the difference between X-Pac heat and heat.
Yeah, well, it's to the point now where Vince just thinks everything's funny. Like, fuck stupid fucking marks, just fuck them.
It's like, it's like, yeah, it's the fans are booing this. Oh my god, she must be doing a great job as a heel. No, she's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not a bad heel. Like as a heel manager, I could dig her, but she's just not a good wrestler. All she's good at is selling, which is not good.
I'm wondering if there's any chance at all that the dumb marks in the crowd could stop marking out for themselves and go, "You deserve it" all the time, or "Holy shit," or "This is awesome," and just shut up. Just shut up. That
would be the way to. That honestly would be the way.
If Roman comes down to the ring, just shut up. Dead silent. Don't say anything. And Vince will eventually get the message that there's no either that or like everybody gets up and goes to the concession stand at the same time. That would be hilarious.
I don't believe that Vince would actually get the message, because he should have already by now. But you know what? It would be at least not going through the whole definition of insanity approach to this, which is, you know, we boo him, he still gets pushed. Okay, just give him silence.
Yep.
Silence. Problem is there's actually a portion of the crowd that cheers for him. And therefore, if there are no boos, then it actually sounds like they're cheering for him.
Oh, they pipe in cheers all the time. They go through the house PA system and pipe in cheers for him.
No. I understand that entirely. It's just there are actually some fans that do cheer for him. I don't know how to explain them at all, though.
I don't get it either.
So yeah, this SmackDown largely stunk. The Fashion Police was, my Fashion Vice was good, and that was about it. Because I mean, there were good elements to the women's Money in the Bank, but on the whole, it was not very. Oh, and Sammy and Baron was good.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Also, can we have even one match that isn't interrupted by commercials? Just one would be fine.
That'd be great.
I mean, they interrupted the women's the historic second ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match with 2 commercials.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm finding it increasingly difficult to give a shit about any match because I can't see any of them. They just get interrupted by commercials.
Pretty much. I mean, that's a problem across all, but like SmackDown has bad about this. Yeah. I don't get any matches outside of like we got Lana and Naomi commercial free.
Took 8 seconds.
Which didn't they have a commercial break after Naomi did her entrance?
Probably.
That's the thing I've never gotten. There was a match. I don't know if it was Naomi. It may have been someone else. I believe it was right after Naomi's entrance where it's like commercial break. Why not do the commercial break, come back from commercial, have the entrance, have the other entrance, and then do the match? What? How was this hard?
I don't know.
You can. Oh man. Ugh. I forgot how painful watching WWE TV can be.
It is the truth. When it's done right, it's pretty darn good, and when it's done wrong, it's the last 20 years of WWE programming practically.
Yep. So that's it. That's all we really got for today. We're excited about some things on Raw. We're potentially excited about some future things on SmackDown, but the current SmackDown product, not so much.
I'm excited for 205 Live. I'm excited for NXT.
Well, I mean, we never stop being excited for those. We keep coming back for more. NXT delivers. 205 Live is kind of sporadic.
Although they're going to have Evil Knievel against the Power of Tozawa. Isn't that this week?
That is... no, that's at the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. Great nuts.
Great balls of fire.
I thought that was going to be this week. I don't know why I thought that. Grand Metalik versus Lindsay
whatever.
Dorado in a match.
Oh, my God.
Don't...
I can't form complete sentences anymore.
I'm tuning in every week just to see if that happens, really. That's why I'm watching 205 Live.
Okay, I need to go watch lots of Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik matches now. And you guys have a good night.
Enjoy yourself.